Greetings from the right coast. This is Mad Shad. What are we going to talk about today? Oh, I don't know. Little update on myself, on my situation, current situation. I am this close to getting out of here. I have to be out by the 18th. So I have tonight, which is Tuesday night, and then I have a whole day Wednesday to do whatever, which supposed to have somebody come by with a truck to help me get some stuff out of here to the storage unit, which is right down the road. And so hopefully that happens. But I whatever. It's up to them. I don't want to feel. I don't want them to. It feels like that I'm inconveniencing them. I don't really want to do that. It's not a big. It's some people, when you ask them for help, it comes with like all this shit. Like, oh my god, they start freaking out. I'm not freaking out, not at all. I am just chill, and I'm asking for help. And then this calls for alarm, and oh my god, it's an emergency, and I understand that. It's great. Yeah, I like that. Your sense of urgency. I've got that too. But I'm also surreptitious. So I called a day ahead, and all my friends have been knowing about my situation for quite some time. So, when my friend says, yeah, I can help, I wish I would have had more time. I wish I would have known a little ahead of time. I was like, bro, you did. And I gave you options, and then what the fuck? So, whatever. I'm just, I don't want to inconvenience anybody. If you're going to help me, then fucking help me. I mean, that's how I am. If I say I'm going to help, I help. I show up, I'm like, hi, I'm here to help. What do you need? It's not this and that and this and that, and make sure I don't need people to tell me. If I'm here to help, tell me what to do. I mean, that's just me. I've always been that way. If I'm going to help, I'm going to help. I'm going to give you everything. Blood, sweat, and tears and broken bones. Here it comes. This is me, and you know what you're getting. But if I'm going to ask somebody, maybe I should think about my friends. But if somebody asks me for help and I go, well, I wish I would have, and just start bitching and telling them what to do. Well, make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. No, please. I've got this. I just need one simple thing. That's it. Anyway. You can pick your friends. You can pick your nose. But don't pick your friend's nose. Okay. Anyway, so that's great. And I may or may not be living in an RV until I get put into some type of program to help. Apparently, I'm in the program. I didn't know I was in the program, but I guess I am. But it comes with a lot of stipulations and visitations every month and counseling and I just need a place to live. But that's what happens when they give money. We're from the government and we're here to help. Well, these people are not actually from the government, but they do a lot of work with the government. So I'm still trying to figure out if they're woke yet. It kind of seems like it. I don't really care. That's fine if whatever. I just don't want to be part of this system, of this woke system, and I definitely don't want to be a part and beholden and obligated to the powers that be. So But I'm willing to use it to my advantage if they're offering, and I never ask for help. And so I need help. And if they're willing to help, then I hold them to their word, and I'm willing to accept help. That's the hardest thing for me is because I'm a man of my word, and if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. That's just the way it is. That's the way I've always been. That's the way I've been raised, and it's kind of what I expect from everybody else, especially family and friends. Now, mind you, I've walked from a lot of friends and family because they were, yeah, sure, yeah, well, they make the promises, they tell me they're going to do this, do that, and poof, ninja vanish, and they never show up. So, that's not this case, but, I'm just talking about in the past and whatnot, what have you. You irk my tater. I heard that somewhere, I love it. If you irk my tater, and that's another thing. We are so touchy. We are so easily offended. Easily. And we're also so afraid to say something. And, now I'm not talking about tack. Okay, I understand tack. Kind of. It's taken me a long time to learn tack. I did not know it in the Marine Corps. And I paid for it dearly. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. So, yeah. I was on a lot of working parties. Let's just put it that way. I tell a story of a certain Boot Louie that was giving us his briefing, and my culture, my platoon's culture, we were kind of like the dirty birds. I'm not saying we were shitbags or anything. No, by no means were we. We knew our job and we excelled at it. We kept everything straight up. But we knew that we were the bullet sponges. The way things work is that you've got in a company, you have 3 platoons: first platoon, second platoon, and then third platoon, and then weapons platoon. And then you've got all these little things that pull in from like stay and sniper, and all this other stuff that mixes in. But first platoon is number 1. Second platoon is number 2. Third platoon is, yeah, exactly. So if first platoon and second platoon were getting casualties, they told us this: we're going to pull from third platoon to reinforce first and second. Basically, it's very, very, keep it simple, stupid. This is first platoon. You're the enemy. First platoon assaults. Second platoon flanks. Third platoon just kind of, yeah, whatever. They might reinforce first or second. Or whatever. There's never really a 3-prong attack, if you will. But that's the way it was, and that's the way. That was our culture. That was our truth in the third platoon in the line unit. So yeah, that's right. Yeah. So going forward with the story here, I know I get all fucked up. We're getting this briefing. This is I can't talk about it, can I? No, I can't. So anyway, Lieutenant is Boot Louie. He's straight up Boot Louie. Butter bar. This is, he just got out OCS and came to us, and he's still going through the manual. What? And he's on his own. He can't ask questions. He can't, he has to be in charge. Officers have to be in charge, yada, yada, yada. So he's giving us this briefing about what's actions on the objective and moving to the objective and all this. And, well, it did not sound right. It really didn't. And the way it works is he gives his briefing. It's not really a warning order or anything. It's just like a briefing about, hey, this is what we're gonna do. This is my intent. This is third platoon's intent. Third platoon commander, platoon commander's intent, and briefing. And without even missing a beat, I was like, "Sir, excuse me, sir. That's fucked up, sir. You're gonna get us all killed, sir." Silence. Now, mind you, there's, it's a platoon. At the time, I was I was a team leader. I had a fire team, and that meant that I have 3 other people, that I had to watch out for. These 3 people were my responsibility. My obligation was to keep them alive while doing the mission. It works out as mission accomplishment, troop welfare. So mission accomplishment is first, and then troop welfare. Well, you're still going to think about that other person. You're still going to think about those folks. And in that squad, you have 3 squads, and each squad has 3 fire teams. And so 3. See that? It's all about the 3s. So I was just like, I said that, and it was just crickets, even from the boot Louis. And he was done. He was done. His briefing was done, and he was just like, platoon, hut, dismissed, and boom, we left. And we stood there for a minute, and right off the bat, my corporal, my squad leader, he was like, "What the hell? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Why did you do that? Do you understand what's going to go on?" And I was like, I just couldn't, I couldn't contain myself. It was such a stupid plan. It was obvious we were all going to die if we did what he said. It is absolutely a stupid fucking plan. I mean, just I can't go into the details, but I can talk about the aftermath, which was very interesting, by the way. So, sure enough, squad leader is like going, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" Next thing you know, you hear our staff sergeant go, "Da da da, squad leaders," and he calls the squad leaders. They talk amongst themselves. They're looking at me. They're talking amongst themselves. They're looking at me, and then they disappear. And then the staff sergeant's like, "Turters," pulls me off to the side. He says, he was a very large individual, extremely large individual. He was 6'2". He was big muscles. We called him the Puerto Rican Schwarzenegger. He was like that. But everything he said at the end was an S. And he was like, "Turtles, come here. Use knows that was very uncalled for." That's just the way he talked. And but he says, I admire you for what you said, but totally uncalled for, and there's going to be repercussions. Even though you did follow the guidelines with the "sir, with all due respect, sir, please excuse me, sir," that kind of thing, you could get some get some charges. Yeah, Article 15s and all that stuff. But I was like, well, I don't want to die. I don't mind dying, but I don't want to die for a stupid reason. I don't know. I guess that was wrong. But anyway, so the order was given for us to stand by, and the platoon commander finally called the staff sergeant up and talked to him and said to stand by, and the next briefing will be given within rather shortly. And we stood by, and Without the platoon commander did not come by. He asked for the staff sergeant, platoon sergeant, to come, gave him the briefing, and then came back and gave us the briefing. So it was a platoon commander, platoon sergeant, and then platoon sergeant take care of business, which is kind of how it was, but how it should have been. Whole rank structure, that kind of thing. But the boot Louis and the new platoon commander has to. I'm in charge. I do what I say. Respect my authority. And so things changed. The plan did change. Apparently, what he had done is he went back to the commander, the company commander, the captain, and asked him what his intent was, to reiterate what the company commander's intent was, so that he could better understand what his role in. And yeah, he was wrong. He was definitely wrong, and I probably saved our asses just by saying, "Sir, with all due respect, sir, you're gonna get us all killed, sir." Whatever. So yeah, so things changed. We did our thing. We went and we did our thing, and everything went smoothly. And coming back, there was a great libo. If you don't know what a libo is, it's the port. Whatever port you go to is it's libo, and it wasn't overnight libo or anything, but I can't even tell you where we went. Fuck, that sucks too. Somewhere in a Mediterranean country, which is known for their beautiful women and great drink prices. Well, guess what? I had to pull duty for the whole freaking time we were there. It was like 3 days. I did not get to go and play. That's all it was. And you know what? Nobody said shit to me except for don't do it again. That's, it's like, I got the message. You got the message. You might, we respect your word, and everything. We respect what you did, but, it's total, it's totalitarianism. You do what you say. You do what we say, without question. Immediate response to orders, and go forth and die. Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that, but it better make sense. This country's not making sense. This country, this woke revolution has got everybody so scared to say anything. And even if we do, it's turned around so that we're so afraid to say a fucking thing, to speak the truth, to speak our minds. Our country was founded on that principle. The First Amendment, y'all remember that thing? Yeah, okay. Constitution of the United States, we the people, so that is one of the founding principles. Freedom of religion, freedom of expression. I don't give a fuck if you are a fucking transgender meat popsicle who identifies as a puppy. I don't care. I don't give a shit. That's fine. Great. Do you. You do you. I mean, whatever. But I'm not going to call you a they be or they, them, he, her. Make me, you're going to force me to use your pronouns, and that's whatever. I mean, if I do that out of respect. Whatever. That's, I respect everybody's wishes, and that's fine. If you want to be done, if you want to be called that, okay, fine. Whatever. That's cool. But you don't have the right to force me to think in this matter. So, in what we have, we know what's going on here. It is fascism. I mean, seriously, it's fucking fascism. It's not communism. It's not Marxism. Although that's all part of it. It's fascism. It is total totalitarianism. It is control. Okay? They've already told us what they're going to do. Yes, we know what's going to happen. That's part of their MO, their modus operandi. They have to tell us what they're going to do. All right? And the first thing they have to do is take away our freedom of speech. The second thing is, guess what? Yes, 2A. That's got to go. All right? Because an armed society will always resist tyranny. We are facing a tyrannical regime on a worldwide proportion, worldwide. This is worldwide, not just here. We are the last vestige of freedom. The hopium of the world is that the United States of America will continue to stand and be the United States of America. We hear all the, and man, unity is unity. Okay, I like Obama Spike talks about, unity, unite. I agree. We need to. We haven't. We are being divided. Dividing and conquering is what they have been doing for all this time. All this time. It's going for the kids. When and a lot of you older guys can testify to this. Required reading and doing a book report on George Orwell's 1984 or Animal Farm. And yes, of course, Pride and Prejudice and Tale of Two Cities and Macbeth from Shakespeare. But whatever. I digress. There was this idea that we will not allow the Red Scare, because we were coming from a generation that faced the Red Scare. Okay, and that was look it up. That's a real thing. Okay, and it was a insurrection. They were starting to, the communist movement, the fascist movement. It starts out really low. Hey, we're just woke, Hey, yeah, be cool, man. Be cool, yeah. And then it amps up and amps up and amps up. And the next thing you know, you've got, that's what you got. Jackbooted thugs walking through your government, walking through your country, walking through your land, and kicking down your doors. And it all starts with that. It all starts. We know it. We've seen it. The kids are indoctrinated. We have allowed our children to go to a woke school. Because we're preoccupied. We got to learn. We've got to go work. So go ahead, go to school, little Timmy. It'll all be fine. It's okay. Meanwhile, your kid is getting indoctrinated to hate capitalism and to become one of these little Black Lives Matter Antifa fucking douchebags. Spaghetti arms. Throwing bricks and Molotov cocktails for the cause, for the revolution. Yeah, the revolution. And whatever. I got you, revolution. Anyway, I've been to revolutions. It's not pretty. But anyway, I digress on that. How do we fight this? Well, it's kind of late. It's kind of late in the game for us to fight. But we can. We can do very simple things. Very, very simple things. And it's that get woke, go broke. Okay. Like Gina Carano. I think she's absolutely amazing. I love her. And I've always been a fan of the femme fatale. Really, I have. Love it. That's great. Badass female figure that kicks ass. Love it. She kicks high. Ooh. Gina Carano not only kicks high, but she kicks hard. Oh, yeah. Her MMA, I watched her in MMA. She's amazing. In UFC, Yeah, amazing. And then she made a movie called Haywire, and I love that whole martial arts genre thing. You know, I grew up doing that, and you know, watching kung fu theater, and yeah, we got out there and all, oh, wah. You know, hell yeah, we did that shit. It was fun, and then that translated later on, and then of course I got into the movies and all of that, and that culture of it, and you know, from Billy Blanks, you know, to use Eagle Claw. I mean, all of it, you know, it was just amazing, and how they made it. I love Jackie Chan. I love when they back up and they show the martial arts and the movement. I hate it when they boom, cut screen, boom, cut screen, boom, cut screen. No, back up. Let me see the action in all its entirety. You know, I want purity. I want purity of motion. And that's how this movie Haywire was made. It was just her raw talent. And she did all her own stunts. It was great. I mean, she did some crazy shit, some badass shit. So if you haven't checked out Haywire, check it out. That's a really good movie. She and there's some big names in there. There's Magic Mike, you know, that guy. There's the Cumberbatch guy, and then some other people. But anyway, whom she may or may not kill them. But anyway, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's got some really good action in it. It's well done, and it really showcases her ability. And now since she got canceled, from Star Wars, The Mandalorian, which I will never watch, by the way. Yeah, or Disney. Yeah, screw that. That's how I'm going to vote. That's how I'm going to deal with it. I'm just not going to partake and give my money to all that crap. If you're woke, guess what? You're getting broke. All right, and that's how we should do it anyway. But yeah, she gets canceled because she is a starch conservative, and she has a voice. And she tweeted and Instagrammed and all this that, you know, about, you know, basically this country is going the way of Nazi Germany, the way it was. They taught their neighbors. First off, the neighbors were taught to hate each other, you know, and that's how it begun. That's how it begun. The division, the divide and conquer. Guess what's happening today? We're getting divided and conquered. We can't allow that. We can't allow that. We need unity. So she gets Disney gets rid of her. Great role she was in, The Mandalorian. And now she has went to what's his name, Ben Shapiro, and they're like, we'll take you. Come on over. And you know, the Ben Shapiro, check him out, man. He's great. Newsmax, that's another one. Yeah, support these guys. Don't support the other crap. And yes, I'm saying this on the YouTube channel, which I don't know. Maybe this video won't make it to you. Who knows? Maybe it gets canceled too. But she's given. Oh, okay. You want to make movies? Oh, you want to make movies with your vision? Boom. Yeah. So she's going to make her own movies. That's cool. That's cool. So I know she's got it. And she's going to make a badass movie. So I can't wait. I can't wait for the new Gina Carano movie. Gina Carano. Carano. Yeah. Gina Carano. So yeah, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for the new Dune to come out. But I don't think it's ever coming out. Been a Dune fan all my life. Yeah. Fear is the mind killer. It's the slow blade that penetrates. Anyway, yeah, there's so many good sayings in there, and I know the movie Dune, the first movie, that's just the tip of the iceberg. That story, that whole story, which goes on for a long ass time after Muad'Dib, it's oh wow, oh man, it gets deep. And it has a lot of relevance with what's going on today as well. So, you know, the whole total power control thing, yeah, it's not pretty. So, I don't know if you guys are that nerdy. But anyway, I got my wits about me today. Oh yeah. But that's how I plan on doing it, is speaking my mind, and hanging on to my 2A, of course, and not paying their stupid crap. Because it's the system. They are using the capitalist system to destroy capitalism. Does that make sense? All right? That's what they're doing. They're taking money from us and funding all this other crap to use against us. I mean, it's pretty ingenious, you know? I'm not going to watch NFL. Screw NFL. I'm not going to watch NBA. Screw NBA. Any one of them, any of them that support this woke movement, they're broke, baby. They're gone. Out of my life. Screw you. That's the choices that we need to make, and that's the influence that we have. I'm not banging on anybody, but there's a lot of products I see out there, and they do product reviews. And my first and foremost question is, where is it made? Who makes it, and where is it made? And what is their stance? What do they believe in? And yeah, I get it. Well, it's just as good and it's cheap. Yeah, but still, the ideology. They're using ideology against us. We need to use ideology against them, because we have an ideology. We have a culture that is 245 years old. Okay? And it works. It has worked. We, the people of the United States of America, have become the greatest country in the whole fucking world, of the history of the world. Please put that in perspective for you. Yeah, just to put that in perspective. They want to destroy it. Of course they do. They always want to. It's and you can go into the conspiracy theories. It's the reptilian overlords and underlords, because they whatever. It's the aliens. But we, the people of the United States of America, are the greatest culture in the world. We have our own culture, and it's a mixture of everything in the whole world. We are the melting pot. Give me your tired, your poor, your humble, your huddled masses. We did that. We did that shit. We have the greatest military in the world. We have the greatest capitalistic system in the world. We have the most prosperity of the world. Our homeless people are fat. If you don't have a job, you can still get something to eat. Oh, they're still trying. They're trying to take that. You get where I'm going. We don't have to fund their... we don't have to fund them. All right? And that could be going as far as funding the government. So, that being a very touchy subject, But I've kind of been doing it for quite some time. I've been doing it so much that they now owe me money. But anyway, yeah. Where? 7:43. He said he's supposed to be here by 8. I don't know. He never called or text or anything. He's got shit to do. Anyway, I'm waiting on my friend to come help me here. If he helps, I don't know. But yeah, go woke. Get woke, go broke. Go woke, get broke. I'm not going to fund them. And I have my own culture. I have my own ideology. I don't have to buy your crap, from China. I don't have to buy your crap from Amazon. I don't have to buy your crap from whatever, eBay. And, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. And I don't have to go to the store and buy certain items. I don't. And you know what? That's the voice. I don't have to buy that car. I don't have to buy that good piece of gear from that foreign country that's trying to destroy us. I don't have to. I don't have to. I'd rather do with something American made. And there are a lot of American made companies out there that put out great product. You know, we used to be known for that. That was our thing. That was our thing. We make good stuff. The only person that made better stuff were the Swedish. And maybe the Germans. But, you know, whatever. The new Germans, the after Berlin Wall broke, after Berlin Wall collapse Germans. That's who I'm referring to. But the Swedish, obviously, overmake everything. But Americans were made for making good stuff. Detroit, pumped out Chevy, Ford. We made cars. We made the machines to make the cars and then sold it to the world. And now the world is using our machines against us. What the fuck? We allowed it to happen. Just allowed it to happen. So that's it. You want to fight the culture? Yeah, go for it. I mean, like Native and like Native Devout and OBAMF and all, a slew of other people that are just going after the culture. That's it. That's I love that. It's great, and I support that. But I also support not supporting them because I refuse. I refuse. I just refuse. I scrutinize everything. Scrutinize everything. Where is it from? What who made it, and what's their stance, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I quit USAA because they started using some other stuff I didn't like. They're supposed to be for country and veterans and all that, and I found out some shit about them that I was just like, nope, I'm out. See ya. Bye. Screw you. But that's my point. Is we don't make anything anymore. Don't do it. We just don't do it. We used to. Used to make parts. I knew a guy that he couldn't walk, and he walked with 2 canes. But he was a master fabricator. And his line of work was any kind of old car or old part he would that was missing, that broke or something, like a something obscure like a Studebaker 32 tractor. And your alternator armature broke and there's no more. He could make that for you. He could do the everything. He could just look at it, figure it out, and then write it up on his little computer, and he could make it. He would actually go out and make the part, hand forge it if he had to spec, if not better than spec. So it's just truly amazing. I helped him with his canes because he wanted swords in them. Hey, you're a Marine. Let's make swords. It's like, why don't you just put a shotgun shell in there? There's something like that. But no, he wanted the swords. I don't know, whatever. Maybe he thought he was a samurai. Or Ivar the Boneless. Yeah. Anyway. Oh shit. Whatever. Going back and forth. That's how we do it, man. That's how we do it. We don't have to pay. It's our money. I'm keeping my money. I'm keeping my money. Of course, I'm not getting any money. And you know what? I can make my own food. I can make my own parts. We can do that. We can do that. We don't have to do what they say. Remember that. Just because some little talking head on a computer screen or a big screen TV that's listening and all this and that, we don't have to do that. We don't have to play into their hands. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. We are allowing them to control our lives, and we're paying them to do it. Do you understand that? It's likened to and meeting the enemy on the battlefield and giving him bullets so he can shoot you with. That's what it's like to me. So, go woke, get broke. That's right. Not gonna get my money, and I'll preach it too. I'll preach it. You know, scream it from the rafters. I mean, you know, scream it from the mountaintops. You know, there's no mountains here in South Carolina, is there? No, yeah, they start here and then they go. Okay, no, they start in Georgia. Yeah, they start in Georgia and they go through South Carolina, the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. I've been through there a few times here and there, little bits and pieces, but I never went actually all the way through. But that would be cool. Talk about a bug out. Yeah. Well, they say it takes like 8 or 9 months, something like that. And yeah, it's required. It's you got to have like a 20-pound pack and all the gear. Usually it's like 20 pounds for that kind of hiking. But I mean, there's like little stops along the way and all that, and you better have some money too. But anyway, I digress. Don't play their games. Don't feel that you are obligated or forced into doing something, because we all have choices. I hate it that like the farmers, they're being forced to cull. They don't call it kill, cull. They're culling the herd. They're culling the produce. They're culling all the livestock, because they can't sell it. Somebody will buy it. Somebody will fucking buy it, and they should sell it. We need food. We totally need food. So, and you know what? If that farm is doing that shit, fuck them. Don't buy from them. Tyson Foods, and there's a lot of stuff going on there. I mean, quit your job and get a new one if you're working more on these woke companies. So, I think my friend is here. Leave it at that. This is Mad Shad, and I'm out. Well, maybe.